Hello everyone! Welcome back to Glitz and Glitter! So today I'm going to do three things, three characters, hoping this won't take me all night. I wasn't going to do this one today, but because I just did her other one, I wanted to be able to get her second one done, so she added it at the last second, so I'm going to add it into today's video. So this is that little alligator I did yesterday. Let me grab it, I'll show you in case you missed it. She wanted it done the way I did the old one, so if you missed yesterday, this was the one I did for her, and then she loved it, and she's like, I want a pink one. So we're gonna do a pink one today. These are the two new molds from Let's Resin, not Into Resin. These are gonna be so cute. This one's an axolotl and this one's a bear, and they have sweater pattern. It's so cute. The pattern inside is very detailed. So what I'm thinking is we need to run them through the vacuum chamber so we don't get a ton of bubbles, but you can only kind of do 2/3 full, and then I'm not sure what will happen with the rest. So I wanted them to look like soft, like sweaters. So I pulled these two colors out that I received in Happy Mail from Barbara a while ago. I don't get a lot of chances to use them. Kaminsaka ink, and these are opaque, but they're like pastel colors. So this one's lavender and this one's dusty pink. They look similar in the bottle, so if I need to tint them, I will with maybe some alcohol inks or mica powders or something, because I do want them different colors. I do want the purple and I do want a pink. So we're gonna do, I don't know which one is which. I don't think it really matters which one gets the colors. For the alligator, she wanted light pink with a lot of sparkle in it, so this is the lightest pink that I have, and this just came in Happy Mail the other day from 72 colors, I think, that were in there. So I was just scanning all the bottoms of my colors. Like I tell you, I have them in drawers by color. This was it, and it was the new one. So great timing for getting that Happy Mail. Thank you. And she wanted it sparkling, so I'm going to add a bunch of crushed crystal to it. That way we can get that a little bit more sparkly and then bling it up. She wants one of the hats on there, some rhinestones. So we'll see what I can do. I'm not sure the hat. The hat is really big, so it might take up some of the back of her body. I don't know. We'll see how it looks. Let me get some resin mixed up. These two take almost 5 each. They both say 4.73, and this is 4.4, and this is 3.5. I think I'm gonna do them, I don't know, I might do these two separate because I need a lot of space in the vacuum chamber for these and cups and things, so we'll do this one second. So let's get these two mixed up first.
Brushes in hand and the world is my stage.
I'm gonna finish mixing. I lied. I'm gonna do them all together. So I have my 3 cups out. I've got a couple more, or one more time to do that cycle. So I'm gonna start mixing this mica powder in the cup with the crushed crystal and get that dissolved in some alcohol. Sorry, I should have had this opened and I didn't. So let's get a good hefty amount. Well, I guess we don't need that much. It's only 3.5 ounces. One more cycle for that, and we're gonna do a bunch of crushed crystal, and that should be sparkling. So I just take some alcohol. Make sure you cover your cup if you do it this way. You can just like mix it in from a bottle too, but because I don't want to walk to the other side of my room to get the bottle, I'm doing it this way. I'm just going to dissolve it. That's it. Lots of pinks going on today. All you pink lovers. You know I don't do pink very often. Got a dose of purple yesterday, and the day before, or a couple days before that. Okay, that's good. Let me put these here. Let me just get this mixer out. I'm gonna clean this mixer up real quick because I don't like to let it sit and dry. After I get the top off, I just wipe my paddles down. Then I wipe it with alcohol and paper towel, and I set it aside. So I'm gonna finish that and then we'll mix. Just make sure you scrape your sides and your bottom. Check your resin to make sure it's completely mixed. There's no like unmixed that you can tell that's in there. You can tell if it's unmixed, and that looks pretty good. Sometimes there's like strings, I guess you would call them, of unmixed resin that you could see. I don't see any now. So for 3.5 ounces, well, let's see, let me get 5 in here. It's just a little easier. That way I don't put it in my colored resin first. Look at that, that was perfect. So we're just gonna mix this one. I know I have extras, but it'll be okay. This should be, well, that's 4 ounces. Okay, we're gonna do, it doesn't take 4 ounces, so I only need 3.5. It was exactly 3.5. We're gonna have a little bit extra. Just scrape your cups. If I don't mix glitter in these cups, I do clean them out, and you can use them multiple times. Or you can even try to clean out your glitter one and then just use it for glitter mixes, because it's not gonna come off in your, once it's on there, it's on there. So I will clean that out later. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh yeah, that is some glistening, shimmering pink. Look at that. That'll be good, that's fine. Let me clean my stick off. I guess it's pink, it really won't matter. I used my little vortex mixer, a little mini mixer. I'll try to remember to link it. I mention it sometimes and you guys don't know what I'm talking about, but anytime you have like a metallic or a thick type of alcohol ink, I love that mixer. And I don't know if this one has any sediment or anything, because you can't really tell through the bottle, so that's why I used it on this one. This is the Dusty Rose or something like that. And like I said, it is an opaque alcohol ink. They're calling it alcohol inks, but it's really, really pigmented. Look at that. And then it's going to be poured deep, so we really don't need any more. So that is the pink one. It's very, very light, which is what I kind of want for a sweater, but I definitely want it to be pink. So let's see if there's a difference. Dusty pink, yes. And then let's see if there's a difference with this one being the lavender. Yeah, a little bit. Nice good squirt of it. Let's get this one cleaned off. It's not quite, well, no, I guess in resin it is lavender. I wasn't sure about it in the bottle, but it's definitely purplish. That's pretty. Pretty pastel. So what I'm gonna do is pour both of those right now, 2/3 of the way full. This isn't, can you tell the color difference? A little bit. I almost want it, let me see what happens with 1 drop of purple and 1 drop of pink. Let me find my purple alcohol ink. Here it is. I'm gonna do 1 drop. I want it like pastel, but I also wanted it a little bit more purple. But I don't want to overdo it with these inks either. I don't think that did much. Let me do 2 drops. And whatever it is, it is. Just looks really, really light. That's a little bit more. Let me grab a pink. What do I have for pink? Oh, I have all these Pixis colors I can... These are really bright. Well, all my pinks are bright. There's no such thing as a... Other than this one, a light pink alcohol ink. Let's do 2 drops. This was the bubble gum. Last time I tried to link those for you guys, they didn't have the pink set anymore, so I don't know if they were sold out or if they weren't making the set anymore. I'll try to link it again, but if it's not there, that's the problem. It's getting there. We're gonna do, which one was that? I don't remember. The bubble gum? 2 more and then I'll be done. It is what it is. I mean, I am going for the light color, so I don't know why I'm trying to change it. I don't want it to look white, that's all. It's nice to know that these ones, they don't change very easily, because I didn't ruin them. All right, so I think we need to like totally spray these. Wow, these are really sticky. With alcohol before we poured them, because I'm afraid of all these little crevices. So I guess the axolotl's going to get purple. And squish them. Like I said, I'm gonna run them through the vacuum chamber too, but it's not gonna hurt to coat this thing. I think I'm gonna do him, like I said, about 2/3. I think I'll run through the vacuum chamber separately because I'm gonna have to keep adjusting. I don't know, maybe I'll try it together with the cup, but because this is 2/3 high, it's probably gonna come over. I'll probably have to keep adjusting the gauge on that vacuum chamber while I'm doing it. We'll see. Just trying to do the least amount of steps as possible. Okay, now this one. Same thing. Get it in his ears. This is gonna be so cute. Try to coat all of this sweater material. All right, that's high enough for sure. Let's get these vacuum chambered.
Glitz and glitter lighting up the night, painting dreams with a shimmer so bright. Rhinestones dancing, catching every eye. This is my moment, gonna touch the sky. Dipped in gold with a stroke of flare, diamonds shine in the midnight air. Glue and gems, they're my magic spell, turning the ordinary into something to tell.
As I suspected, these two were gonna go crazy, so I did do them separately, obviously. And they probably could have, I don't know, they probably would have never stopped, but I just had to come to a point where I just shut it off. So let's hope. Let's hope and hope and hope. I'm just gonna keep spraying these and then fill them up with the rest. And hope and hope and hope we don't get a bunch of bubbles. These were made for the squishy kits, so you can use these to make your little squishies. do this one, and then hopefully it will be good. It's a very soft silicone, which makes it sticky on the bottom, so I'm not too concerned about it tipping over. There's a lot more oil in this kind of silicone. That's why it's a little stickier. Just pop these bubbles. All right, let's do this little fella. Well, I guess it's gonna be a girl. That is gonna be so pretty. Then I will find some extra molds. Oh, the perfect amount for this little girl. Look at that. Barely anything left. I'm gonna let that dissipate because it looks like my alcohol doesn't want to pop those bubbles, and I will get a lighter out. This one's a little too full, but that's all right. So soft of a silicone. Let me find something for this little bit, and let's pour that out. I'm gonna try to pour this little gnome one that I just made for Barbara the other day. I put the rest of the shimmer pink in here. I think I'm gonna spray it. Oh, there's something in there. I think I'm gonna spray it good with alcohol and do what I just did to the bears. I'm gonna kind of marble it. I can't really move these out of the way either. I should have put them on. Oh yeah, I can. I'm gonna not like glue marble it, but because I don't want to go through all that. Kind of pour half and half until it gets 2/3 of the way full. Put it through the vacuum chamber and then finish pouring it. We do have more purple than anything, so I'll do that off camera real quick and then we'll finish pouring it. My guess is the vacuum chamber just melted all those colors together because it was bubbling so much in there. But it is what it is. It's an extra anyway. Now I just created myself a lot more work to finish another character today. What was I thinking? Oh well. I hope it didn't. I'm pretty sure it did push those colors together. I probably should have put glue in there, but live and learn, right? I guess we'll see when we unmold it. This one feels like it's gonna tip over. Yeah, it sure does. Maybe I'll move this one back because I know these are not gonna tip over. That should be good. I have barely anything. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in that extras mold, and let me torch the backs. Come on. Time to fill this one up, I guess. Get all these bubbles out. That one's good. All right, see ya on demold. These babies are cured and ready to come out. I think I'm gonna hold off on this one for a few minutes though. It's a little warm. I don't want to rip his hat off. So let's do this one and see what we're working with here. So I have to come up with a whole new plan than the green one. Look at the sparkle. It's definitely pink and sparkly. Oh, is that cute? So cute. I know she wants rhinestones on this one. I have to see how the hat's gonna fit and which hat I want before I worry about the rest of it. All right, these are just barely warm. Let's see what we got. Hopefully, like I said, this is a really stretchy, soft silicone, easy to come out. Oh no, I broke part of it. Oh no! I forgot about his little ear thingies. I should have waited until it was totally cold. Here's his little... Oh man. I wonder if I can put them back on. That one goes here. I can't believe it. See what happens when you pour them the first time? It was almost completely cured. Does it go this way? That's terrible. It does fit in there good though, so I might... Oh, I'm missing that one too. That totally stinks, because look at this. There's no bubbles. Where's the other piece? Oh, there it is, right in there. Oh, that totally stinks, you guys. I feel like I need to re-pour him. Where does this... Oh, this one goes here. He would have been so cute. Look at that. There's a few bubbles, but nothing terrible. Right there at the line where I... Oh, he's so cute. I feel like I need to re-pour him. I don't know. Let me see if I can glue them. I don't know that I want to take this one out now. Let me just wait on that a few minutes. So, if you guys know me at all, you know I am not going to settle for broken gills. I did glue them back on with super glue and they seem to have held. But there's a line and I'm not happy with it. So I've already re-poured a new one and now I gotta wait for it to cure. And then I mixed up 6 ounces instead of 5 ounces. So I had enough to do an extra. So I poured my llama mold. So we're gonna have 2 more characters. But since he's not completely, see that gap there? I didn't get it lined up very well. And like the glue grabbed it before I can move it. So I'm gonna try to cover them somehow. I'm not gonna worry about this one yet. I'm not unmolding these 2 quite yet because I'm terrified to take off his little ears. So I'm gonna let them completely. I mean, they're cold, but I don't trust it. So for this little alligator, she wanted this hat. However, it's bigger than the alligator. And from the side, you could see it doesn't fit. I'm not going to put the hat on its back or anything. So I can't use that. And then I knew I had these, but this one is the same kind of thing. You got that big gap, not going to look good. And then I found this one. This one I might be able to get to work. Doesn't have the feather. I might be able to put a little flower on there. I might be able to find a feather. I know she wanted the feather, but I'll try to fix it up to be cute. So I pulled out some eyelashes, my black and white markers, a pink marker. I'm gonna draw his eyes, do up his back, his teeth. She wanted a rhinestone on a tooth. I'll probably do a front tooth or something. And get this one dolled up in a fast forward because I have so many to do today and I don't want this video to be 2 hours long. Oops. Here's 2 sets of eyelashes. I'm going to use those ones. So I think that's it. So while I do this, those should be cooling down. Let me see if I can fix this one up before I glue it to her head. I have the two done. I'm not going to show you the complete look until we demold and I finish these two. So this is the gnome. Let's hope it's cool enough. It feels cold to me, but I'm still going to be really careful because of the tips of the hats. Here is the gnome. Oh, it came out cute. Not too bad. It got the pink and the purple, even with all that bubbling going on. I mean, they're very subtle, but that's cute. So we got to work with that base color. No problem. I say that now. All right, let's do this one. Gosh, please, please, please don't rip his little ears off. Yay! I don't have to re-pour. There he is. He's so adorbs. He is so cute. Look at that, you guys. The vacuum chamber thing works. Perfect detailing. I love it. Okay, one more fast forward. I'm going to do these two, and then I'll do the other one off camera when it's cured later on, and then I'll come back and show you the final results. My friends, they are all done, even the extra one that I had to pour. So I'll show you how I finished them. So here's the extras, the little gnomes. All I did was color the hats. Daddy has the green, Mama has the pink, and Baby has the purple. Gold feet, gold noses, and then this is the resin color underneath. So that is the gnome. This was the other extra that I poured from making too much for the last one I shouldn't have had to pour. So I just poured out the llama and put a little necklace around her neck, painted her feet, her face, ears, some rhinestones, give her a little necklace. Not a whole lot. She's cute though. And then the alligator, crocodile, I think it's a crocodile. So this is her. She got rhinestones on both front teeth, depending on what side you're looking at her from. She's got one glistening there in her nose. Eyes have the pink and the black and the eyelashes. And then I put a bow on her tail on this one. And then here's the little hat I made. So I had these feathers that I got a while back, and I took one out and I cut off the tip right here because that hat was so tiny. So I just glued the tip of the feather on, and then I had these tiny little roses, so I glued them all to the hat. So I hope she's okay with that hat. It just looks a little better than this massive thing all over her back. So I will send pictures to her. So that was that one. Let me show you the one I had to save with the broken little, what are they, gills? Her gills were really cold because it's winter right now, so she put hats on them. So They come off. I didn't glue them on or anything. And then I put earrings down on this gill. And then her head looked kind of weird because there was like this big empty spot. So I put some hair on her. What do you think? She's holding her little cupcake. I put eyelashes on, painted her eyes and her mouth. And then I went down the back spine with a row of purple rhinestones, all different sizes. So that is her. This is the fix that I had. And then for the pink one, here's the pink one. Put a little hat on her. I just put some other flowers I glued to that hat. Some earrings in the ears, some eyelashes. Her eyes and face is done. Then I painted her little feet and gave her a purse, a cupcake, and a nice little brooch. Aren't they so cute? They look like so soft, like you can squish them. Now I know why they're making squishies out of these things, because you feel like you can squish them. They're really, really adorable. And then this is the newest one that I poured. So I got the exact color. I did the 3 drops of the purple against the same alcohol ink. And hers are loud and proud, and each one has an earring on them. I put a book in her hands, a little bow around her neck. I went down her spine with the gold since it matches her earrings. And then I did the same thing to the hat. I just cut a longer piece of the feather. This is a little bit different hat. And then I put a red rose and a couple rhinestones next to that and just put that on her head. So that's them. What do you think? I love this mold. I have a feeling it's going to get a lot of orders. I don't know. I just have a feeling. Not quite sure. We'll have to wait and see. But it is so cute, and it worked wonders in that vacuum chamber. Like, there are no bubbles anywhere to be had. When I did the second one, I filled it 2/3 and I put it in the vacuum chamber. I got all the bubbles out, and then I took the rest of the resin and I put it in the vacuum chamber, but left her in. So she went through 2 times, and it got a lot more bubbles out around the second round. So that's a good way to do it too if you're putting it in the vacuum chamber. Do it twice, once by themselves, get most of the bubbles out, and do it again with the actual resin, and it'll get the rest of the bubbles out. And there's not one bubble to be found on this little girl. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. I hope you liked them. Let me know what you think in the comments. I will see you guys tomorrow. Stick around for those photos. Bye, everyone. Have a blessed day.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Canvas dreams and sparkly streams. Her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings. A masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew. In every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace. In her art we see his face. Glitz and glitter,